Hello, this is Elizabeth for Vlogiture numero dos. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite authors in both fantasy and sci-fi, Cherryh. The main series I'm going to be talking about is the Chanur Saga. There are 5 books in the entire series: The Pride of Chanur, Chanur's Venture, The Kith Strike Back, Chanur's Homecoming, and Chanur's Legacy. The series is told through the perspective of a feline human-esque species called the hani, and the first 4 books are told through the perspective of a captain of a ship of the hani named Far Chanur. The hani exist in a space-packed thing called the Compact, which consists of 5 sentient species, 3 of which are oxygen breathers, 2 of which are methane breathers, and none of which are humans. And the main plot of the series deals with the introduction of humans into compact space. And it's extremely interesting because it's told entirely from an alien perspective, and Cherryh is amazing at making you see the world through an alien's eyes, but still being able to relate to that. And one of the most interesting things is you end up relating more to the hani than you do to the human, which is absolutely fascinating. One thing about her writing that might be off-putting to some people, but what I really enjoy, is that Cherryh does not mollycoddle you in the slightest. She dumps you into the story, into the terminology, little to no explanation. Well, she explains things as you go along, but at the beginning it's just like, bam, what are we talking about? But it's really interesting because it really shoves you right into the story and makes you feel like you're there rather than you're being told about being there. So that's something I really enjoy about her writing. It can be a little bit difficult to get through. It took me a couple of readings, to be honest, to get a good amount out of the book, but it's still worth the effort to put into it. If you're not much of a sci-fi person, she also writes some amazing fantasy books. One of her duologies is The Dreaming Tree, which has a lot of Welsh or Celtic influence to it, and is about fairies and humans, and it's very, very good, very poetical, very different from her sci-fi, actually. She's one of the rare writers that writes very good sci-fi and very good fantasy in very different styles. She has some other sci-fi novels out there as well. There's the Fated Sun trilogy, which is extremely good, and the Foreigner series, which I've read the first one of, but I haven't finished. Most of her themes in sci-fi are, again, the duality of the alien and the human, and what is alien, what is human, and basically alien-ness stands on where you stand. It is based on where you stand and what perspective you're looking at it. She's very, very good at things like that. She's very, very good writer. I definitely suggest you go read some of her stuff. She wrote mainly in the 70s and 80s, so it can be kind of hard to find her books. I'm sure you can find them online. I've had a lot of luck in used bookstores. Her last name is spelled Cherryh, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, she's one of my favorite authors. There was a point where I basically just read Cherryh or Jim Butcher because I couldn't stop reading either of them. So yeah, if you guys have any books that you really enjoy, please suggest them to me in the comments, and I would love to read them. I'm always looking for new authors, and if I do read them and I really like them, I might write a vlog about it, but I'm also in college and taking 5 classes, so it might not happen till the summer. But yeah. So, go read the Chanur Saga. It's wonderful. You will fall in love with the hani, and you find some interesting things along the way. So yeah, I'll try and do another Vlogiture soon. See ya!